Hi everyone. This segment is going to be dedicated to the Row Joe backpack. I have the imagery, the videos and all that to talk to you about it, but then I did end up sending Joe back, and not because it's not a great backpack. We all know that the designers really do like a good backpack. They have carried them since they started their line, almost like the day they started their bags. It feels like the backpack was one of the bags that they really embraced personally as part of their own closet and a go-to staple for them. And I really love that alligator. I have it on the smooth leather, but wouldn't it be a dream to have the alligator backpack? It's one that I tried on in New York, and it's worth a fortune, of course. And I was joking that if I did buy it, I'd have to hire a bodyguard and then a lawyer, because I'm sure I'd be getting a divorce shortly after, because my husband would be like, you spent what on a bag? So that is just, oh, and then I'd have to add like a rider to the insurance for it. It's a gorgeous bag though, and I really love it. And I love the way both Mary-Kate and Ashley carry that. I love backpacks. I reach for my backpacks more than my other bags. It's not even the most practical bag. It's not a bag that I can get things in and out of very easily, but I like the look of it, and I don't know, backpacks are just effortless and edgy, and it's like a cool girl look, I think. I'm not saying that I'm a cool girl. Before we get into Joe, let me talk to you about my outfit. I'm wearing the House of Dagmar Asymmetric shirt. They kindly gave it to me, and it's in this gorgeous like cobalt blue, and I think they have another color, but the contrast buttons are nice too, and these big cuffs, which I always have undone. And I've tucked it into my favorite skirt that I'm wearing all the time, and it's a Massimo Dutti. If they still have it, I'll link it. I'll link everything. And then my classic silver belt by The Row, and these very old Ted Rossi leather bangles. I got them years ago. Oh, and my earrings, I think these are mango. I think everyone that loves The Row should have a backpack. I really do. I think that it's a bag that if nothing else works, I feel like my backpack will during the day, because you don't really see it. It's like you might see a bit of a strap here and then it's behind you. What I'll say about Joe is the reason it's selling out so quickly, because it shows up on a site and then within a day or two it's gone. It's because it's more accessible from a price perspective. It's about $19.90 US. And for my sporty backpack in the leather, I think I paid upwards of $3,300 or so, in and around that. And I think it was on sale, so it was a lot more. I'm going to compare the two because they are the comparable backpacks. The 11 is much bigger, and it's just it has a different closure and it has hardware on it, and I think the comparable backpacks are Joe and Sporty. I have it both in the leather and the nylon. It is my most reached for and most worn bag. It's especially in the canvas. It's very easy to wipe down. It doesn't weigh anything, and opening and closing it smooth. Like just after years of working with it, it's so easy to get in and out of that bag. And the leather is really nice, but it's a little stiffer trying to close it. I might have mentioned this before, but my husband calls this the sphincter bag, and now that he said it, I can't unsee the opening of it in that way. The Sporty leather is similar to the Joe, and the leather is they're both grained, and the inside of Joe is lined in very smooth leather. It's open just like Sporty is, and nothing going on in there other than one zippered pouch for your wallet or your phone or whatever it is. And it has very long straps. I'm about 5'2", and this is where it sits on me, similar to the Sporty. And in closure, it's just like a drawstring, and you pull it. It doesn't close all the way. This is sort of the maximum it will close. It's not large enough for anyone to really reach into your bag and get anything. So that's not the concern at all. It's more if you close it and you throw it in your car and something falls out of it. Though, again, it's a very small opening. So I wouldn't really worry about that. The inside is super soft, but because the outside is grained, it'll be more resilient in terms of scratching and things like that. Contents wise, I would liken the space to the India bag. Maybe watch my India review and see what you can carry in there. I mean, you're easily going to get wallet, makeup, phone, and some extra things. You could probably even get a pair of, like, if you had your sock shoes, you could probably slip them in Joe, but not much more. It's a smaller backpack. Sporty's very big in comparison. But what I like about Joe is the base. The base of Joe is more oval and versus a big circle like Sporty. And so what happens with Sporty sometimes is if I've got too much in it, it sticks out and it pulls away from the body, where Joe sits against the body very comfortably. It looks like it blends into your back a little bit. And I think that the size is kind of right for day to day. It's not so big that you would look ridiculous carrying 2 bags, if you know what I mean. You could actually carry a bag. You could carry a bag in hand, and you could carry Joe like this, and I think that's cool for travel. Yeah, I think it makes a really good travel bag. Of course, now I'm thinking, why did I send it back? But anyways, I just have too many backpacks. I have 4 of them or 5 of them now. I love their backpacks, as I might have mentioned. I think that that's the beauty of Joe. The size is very practical. The price is decent for a row bag. And I'm 5'2", and it looks really like the right size for my frame, where Sporty can be a bit cumbersome, especially if I filled it up. I would have said that this is not a bag for a bigger person, but then I saw a sales associate from the LA store. Some of you may know him, Max. He had it in Paris, and it looked great on him. I have seen from some of the pre-orders that there'll be other backpacks, so don't worry, backpacks are going to be sticking around, and so you'll be able to get one. But if you see Joe and you're thinking about a backpack, I would do it. I really would, because they don't seem to stick around very long, and it's a good one. And I mean, I don't really want to get into styling on this, because for me, I style it with everything. I style it for the evening with heels and go out with my backpack, kind of like it's a Sophia bag. So maybe I'm not the best person to ask, but if you're more traditional in how you like to dress, I would say that it's a good daytime bag that accommodates a lot, that is relatively scratch resistant, that looks chic, and it doesn't break the bank if you budgeted for it. And that is your Joe backpack review.